You find a tool you love, your guests love it, your staff wants it, then you discover your PMS doesn't support it. In this video, I'll explain what an API actually is, why it matters more than most hoteliers realize, and what to look out for so you don't get stuck with technology that limits your business. Hey, I'm Sean, and this is Sean Explains, where I break down hotel tech simply. Today, we're talking about open APIs, what they are, how they work in a hotel, and what separates a truly open platform from one that just claims to be. Let's start with what is a hotel API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Not exactly exciting, I know. Think of an API as a set of rules that allows software solutions to speak to each other. Even if you're using a unified platform, it might not have every tool you use, and that's okay. That's where an API becomes important. In the hotel space, the API allows the hotel's core software, usually the PMS, exchange data with outside software applications in a standardized way. So that way your PMS can communicate with your door locks, your point of sale, or maybe your revenue management system. When everything works perfectly, you never think about it. A guest checks in, charges are posted to the correct folio, and rates update across channels, and information moves automatically between systems. And when it doesn't work, your staff becomes the integration. They're inserting data manually, updating rates and availability manually, and logging into multiple systems just to answer simple questions. And the reality is most hoteliers don't think about APIs until something breaks, or until they want to add a new tool and they realize that they can't. So what does an API actually give you? Let's talk about open versus closed APIs, because they are definitely not the same thing. There's a big difference between having an API and having an open API. With a closed or limited API, the vendor decides which tools can connect, what data they can access, and whether new integrations can be built. If you want something new, you're often waiting for the vendor to approve it or to build it themselves. Now, with an open API, developers and partners have access to a full set of connection. That means more freedom to choose the tools that fit your business. So the question you should ask every PMS vendor is not, do you have an API? It's rather, what can I actually do with it? Now let's talk about why this matters. Most hoteliers never feel APIs directly. They feel the consequences of it. First, there's vendor lock-in. When APIs are limited, every integration and workflow becomes tied to one platform. And over time, switching systems becomes harder and more expensive because everything is tied to that one vendor. And then there's the multi-property challenge. If you're managing multiple hotels, limited connectivity creates extra work everywhere. Integrations have to be set up property by property. Reporting lives in different places, and visibility across your portfolio becomes much harder than it has to be. And then there's data. Your PMS sits at the center of your operation. Reservations, guest data, payments, rates, and performance data all flow through it. If access to that data is restricted, it becomes much harder to connect your analytics, your CRM, revenue management, or other business tools in a meaningful way. The result is fragmented information and slower decision-making, because it's hard to optimize what you can't see. That's why an open API is not just a feature for developers. It's an operational advantage for your hotel. Now here's what to look out for. If you're evaluating a PMS, a property management system, or wondering how open your current platform really is, here are a few things to look out for. First, broad access to data and functionality. Not just reservations, but guests, payments, rates, distribution, and more. Second is two-way connectivity. Some platforms let tools read data, but not write back. That creates one-way workflows that still require a lot of manual work. The best integrations work both ways. And third is modern developer tools. Standards like REST and GraphQL help integrations get built faster and more efficiently. Fourth is real-time updates. When something changes, information should move instantly between systems. A reservation is created, a payment is processed, or inventory changes. Connected tools should know right away. And finally, support for multi-property operations. If you're managing a portfolio, connectivity should scale with your business instead of creating more complexity. The right API should make your platform more powerful every time you add a new tool. So to wrap it up, your API is the foundation that connects your hotel technology together. And an open API gives you more flexibility, better access to your data, and more freedom to choose the tools that actually work for your business. If your current platform limits integrations, restricts access to data, or makes expansion more difficult than it should be, it's worth taking a closer look at your options. Feel free to check out the Cloudbeds Open API for yourself. The link is in the description. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe, as we'll be doing more hotel tech breakdowns in this series. I'm Sean with Cloudbeds, and thanks for watching.